Welcome in and welcome back. I'm Bear, and this is Built a Bear. This isn't a show about having it all figured out. It's a reflection, something to come back to when the world gets too loud. It's where we sit in the quiet and get honest about what it means to carry things, to feel too much or nothing at all. Said it once and I'll say it again. Nature is honest. It doesn't perform, it just is. Soft in some seasons, sharp in others. That's why I record out here. Under the sky, the wind, the bird song. Because something about this space invites realness. There's something I've come to recognize. Many of us carry what I call a quiet weight. There's been many times I didn't know how to explain what I was feeling. I'd wake up, go through the day, and somewhere between doing everything right and saying all the right things, something just felt off. Like I was underwater, moving slow but expected to perform like everything was fine. It wasn't loud, I wasn't falling apart, but I wasn't really present either. I think a lot of people live like that. Not fully broken, but definitely not whole. Just carrying something no one else can see. Not loud enough for others to notice, but constant, subtle, heavy in its own way. Maybe it's old shame. Maybe it's burnout disguised as bravery. Maybe it's the wear and tear of being alive and trying to be good at it. And somewhere inside that weight, there's a pattern, a split second moment where something hits us and we're faced with a choice to react or to pause. That's what we're here to talk about today. That moment, that breath, that space between what happens to us and what we do next. There's more than one kind of brain, more than one way the mind learns to protect us, to respond, and to survive. And knowing your pattern, that's how we start changing it. Let's walk through a few. Maybe you'll recognize yourself in one or all. One, the emotional brain feels first, loudly, deeply, sometimes before a full thought even forms. The gift, empathy, sensitivity, passion. But the challenge is timing. Counter move for this brain might be to stop and think, what am I actually feeling underneath the first flood? Two, the logical brain wants proof. It's a fixer and a fact checker. But when things get too messy, it might freeze or overanalyze itself into silence. The pause here looks like curiosity. Ask, is it possible I just don't need to solve this? I just need to understand it? Three, the reactive brain was built by survival. It hears tone before it hears words. It acts before it thinks. And honestly, it did its job. But peace doesn't live in panic, not long term. The work here is grounding. Touch something real. Find color. Notice the air. Remind your body you're safe. Most of us are a blend, but whatever your brain's default, you are not your first reaction. You are the one watching it happen. And that means you get to decide what happens next. Let me tell you something personal. I used to think silence meant weakness. If I didn't respond, didn't defend, didn't say something back, I was losing. But silence isn't surrender. Stillness isn't passive. It's powerful. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is not let the storm pull your hands off the wheel. In another instance, something hit me hard, really shook me. My first instinct was to defend, to send a long message, to make my point known. But instead, I sat down and I just listened to the wind. I let the discomfort move through me, like weather. That pause, it didn't fix anything, but it gave me clarity. I responded from peace, not panic. Here's something I believe: your first reaction isn't your truth, it's your training. It's all the noise you picked up over time: expectation, fear, trauma, patterns, protection. But you have something now that shifts all of that: awareness. That gives you the second choice. Maybe you were raised to react fast, to survive, to defend, to win. But I think the boldest thing you can do is pause. To say, I don't have to lose myself to prove myself. So next time something stirs you, try this. Name what you feel your feet on the ground. Ask, what would my piece do here? You might not like the answer, but it'll be the one that lets you breathe after. If you made it here, thank you. Built a Bear is about making room for the human experience, whatever shape yours takes. Before we go, I want to remind you of one thing. You do not owe the world a polished version of your pain. You just owe yourself the chance to pause and begin again. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope this held something for you. Perhaps a little peace, a little clarity. We'll pick this back up on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For now, stay grounded, stay curious. When in doubt, pause first.